going on, everyone? It's Andrew here, back with Car Mechanic Simulator 2021 in the Custom Classic Restoration Shop. Now, you're looking at this beauty right here, and I'm looking at it too. Ain't she a beaut? You want to know what the beauty of this car is? Check out the mileage. 0 miles. This car came from the salon. It's numbers matching, all original. Well, almost. We kind of changed the interior up a bit. We put different wheels and tires on it because personally I do not like them 5 spokes on this car. I like this style or the Eleanor style, the Shelby, you know what I mean? So I changed the wheels up a bit. It's got 215s in the front, 255 or 245s in the rear. I think it's 255s. What we were going to do today is we were going to, change each individual part on this car, on the motor, and see exactly how much power we'd accumulate from it. But this one's going to have to get put on the back burner for a minute, because what we have back there is something really, really special. I don't think I've ever built this on the channel. If I have, I've only done it once. What we got here is a 1963 Aston Martin DB5. That is right. It comes with an I6 Tadek Marek motor. And, I spent a little bit of money, $14,662. But without doing anything to it, it's already accumulated $965. I mean, heck yeah. Who wouldn't do that? Now, we're not going to be using the original motor. Eventually, I'm going to put the original motor back in it, but for the time being, for the video's sake, we are going to be pulling this motor and completely redoing, or completely building a new motor for it. We're going to put this over a car lift B. Good. And then right off the hop, we're going to head over to the paint shop. We're not going to the junkyard today, surprisingly enough. We're going to just jump straight into this, and we're going to start painting some pots. Now, that's door panels and such for it that we don't really need to worry about. And we're just going to start. All the suspension is going to be done black because it's the only pictures I've been able to actually see of it. Surprisingly enough, this car does have rotors on all 4 corners, so that'll be pretty sweet, I have to say. And then this is going to be the color right here for the majority of the parts, for the motor anyway, because I believe it's an aluminum motor in it. I could be mistaken, but it is what it is. So we're going to jump on in it. We're going to do the block. Actually, no, I was going to do the block black. My bad. I kind of screwed up there a little bit, we'll say. And we already did the head. Keep on cruising around. I'm going to do the other head cover. And we're going to keep on cruising. Do the head cover B. Good. And then the shocks, we're going to do something a little bit different for that. I'm not sure entirely what we're doing yet. But when this car's all done, it will look like it just rolled off the showroom floor. You know what I mean? So we're going to do all the suspension components and engine components. I'm not sure what color the springs are supposed to be. So without further ado, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to paint them silver. We've also got rear springs too, because we've got a coil spring rear. Now, I don't know how this is supposed to work out. Let's see. Where were we? We were right here. Look at that. We could even paint the fuel filter too. Let's paint that to match. Why not? I'm going to try to paint this the best I can to what everything I've been able to find on it, which honestly hasn't been all that much. So The underside of the car, I mean, like, there's going to be nothing special about this car besides the fact of being a 1963 Aston Martin DB5. That is what's going to make it all the specialness in the world. You know what I mean? So we're cruising along. I mean, we're going completely solid original. There will be nothing that will be aftermarket on this car. Nothing. I don't even think I did the rotors aftermarket. You know what I mean? Wish we could have painted the carbs, because obviously it's looking like, you know, the way on how it's supposed to look. That's going to stay. These are going to stay. The intake, it's got to go aluminum, the best we can. And now we're going to keep on cruising. And we got a little bit of stuff here to paint. And then these, I think we're going to do these aluminum. You know, there will be a few traits that will be, you can tell, when the time comes, you can tell it'll be done through our shop. You know what I mean? There will be little traits, like the U-bolt and such, but that's fine, you know. A little bit of difference on the color, you know, makes all the world of difference. That's the way I look at it. Alright, now we're gonna keep on cruising through here. Alright, where are we? Come on, parts, where you at, man? There we go. Alright, last U-bolt. Now we work on the other parts of the motor, like the oil filter. I think we're going to do this red. I don't know why, I just feel like it deserves to be red. So I haven't really been able to find too many good pictures of it. Everybody's all fascinated about the body, and I can understand that. This car does really does look nice. Like, it's a really sharp looking car. Oh no, I painted the wrong part. Oh no. Actually, what power steering pump does that car have? And did we move over to the car lift B? Yes, we did. Okay. Had to make sure we found it there for a minute. I don't actually know what power steering pump this car actually has on it, if it even has one. No, it doesn't even have one. That's why I wasn't able to find it. Huh. Who would have ever thought? I wouldn't have. So, instead of us doing a Mustang today, I figure that's all we've basically been doing since the beginning of the series, is basically American Muscle. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't have no problem with that whatsoever. However, custom classic restoration, custom restoration, you know, we got to do a little bit of everything. And as long as the car is older than 25 years, then we can do it. No, crap, I did that wrong. We can do this. That's why I screwed up here. Okay, I know how to fix this. I know how to fix it, man. I swear, I know how to fix it. There we go. Went right past it. Right past it. Didn't even notice it. Was there something red on here? I think there was. Yeah, the oil filter. That's right. That's right, man. We did the oil filter, man. Alright, we got one more shock to do for the rear. And it should balance itself out, you know what I mean? This way here. It will also match when we go to put the spring caps on. And they will be the specific color. Alright. And the wheels, some show aluminum, others show chrome. Well, guess what we are doing? We are doing chrome. That's what we are doing. Now, we do have the tires for it. They're little guys, you know, they're only 175, 85 16s. You know, they're not extravagantly huge, which is, you know, that's fine. I don't have no issues with that. You know, and like I said, we're going to try to do this almost exactly like how it would be as if it were a real car in IRL. You know, almost where we can bring them to the Concord at Pebble Beach, you know what I mean? And take best in show. Oh, wow. Huh. I think we're going to do this. I don't know why, but I just got a funny feeling it's going to really look good. At least I hope it will anyway. You know. You know how that goes, right? Sure you do. Alright, let's see. Let's keep on cruising through, man. Cruising through. Alright. These are going to be going a block. I'm pretty sure it's got these for arms. It would really suck if it actually had leaf springs. But I can't see it having leaf springs and coil springs at the same time, so we got that benefit going for us right now. But see, this is what I was talking about. With the springs being black and the coil spring axle being black, and we put those spring caps that color, it turns out awesome. It's going to really pop, is my thought process. Now we're going to keep on cruising. We're looking for the starter. There we go. Damn, that's bright, eh? I don't know how this goes in, and that's okay. You know, it really is. Now, like I said, I haven't really ever built one of these, so I don't really know how things are supposed to be, how things are supposed to look. What all parts are included. Yeah, I got a list that I can follow. And I have for the majority of it, especially the engine. Because suspension's basically all the same on this car versus, you know, a Bolt MK4. You know, it's the same style suspension, coil spring. And that's all fine and dandy. It really is. Alright, now these we're going to do this. And this one. Now, before we begin assembling and disassembling, yeah, see, look, I'm even putting disc brake ventilated on the front and brake discs on the rear. Now, the calipers, I guess I could do them black. Yeah. And that's going to be a lot of black underneath that car. It's going to be really dark. And I think that's going to be fine. I really do. Now, this car currently is... Why do I keep skimming past them? I don't know why. This car is currently a bluish color. And there's a good possibility that we're going to be keeping that color. Okay. Just gonna skim through here, make sure everything's all done. Can I do the water pump? Is there something in there for me to paint for the water pump? What, a water pump, man? We need to do the water pump. Well, there ain't no water pump, but I think we did everything else, though. I think so. Let's head back over to the shop. To the main shop. Alright, see, it's a blue color, but it's got red rockers on it. I don't understand that. And then we got to pull this motor off. So I was building another motor with forged pistons in it. I6 TM is what we are looking for. Ah, right there, Tadek Marek. Good, good, good. Good, good. Now we're going to flip this around. Nice machine surface to work with. We're going to put in the TM crank. And there's a lot of crank caps here. We got 5. 5 of them little buggers, man. 5. A lot of things can go wrong when you got one this long. There we go. We're going to do the second one in the road, or in line. Now we're going to do the final one. Good, good, good. Cranks in. Blocks on. Block on, man. And come on over here. Now we're going to strip the suspension, and then we're going to be doing the body. And we move that over. So these plates actually got to come off of this car, since this is technically episode number 4 that we're doing. That's what that one would be, thankfully. The plates are interchangeable. Alright, now we're going to remove the caliper. There we go. Move the solid drive axle out of the way. Good. Get rid of the greave shaft. Has to be sprayed, of course. Alright, perfect. Let's move remove the backing plate. Rear knuckle housing C. Let's get rid of that U-bolt. Spray this bolt, you know, or this nut, because, you know, it's a little tight. Oh, wait. I goofed up. Do-do, do-do. Like I said, every time I hear it, I think Grand Theft Auto 3. And where I goofed up is I shorted myself 2 bushings. Because I wasn't thinking, and I went and got them for the leaf springs that we do not have on this car. Alright, let's get rid of this tire. Seems like the rusty bolts are in the same spot there. I'm sensing a pattern. Alright. And before we go ahead and build the motor there, we are going to be putting the wheels and tires together. And then we're also going to be putting the shocks together. The coil spring shock assembly. We're going to be assembling these as well. And the cross member on this car would be the same as if it was a muscle car. Spray her down, move her out. Let's get rid of the spring cap, or rear shock absorber cap, I should say. Now we get rid of the spring. Now we'll get rid of the spring cap. Now the rear diff, and she gone. All right, let's walk all the way around here up front. Oh, this time the second one, not the fourth one. All right, let's get rid of this gearbox here. Okay, I did do it right. I did do the starter the way it was supposed to be. Well, maybe not the way it was supposed to be, but the way on how I do things. Because, for instance, on the V8 gearboxes, where the distributor points, or the starter goes backwards on it, then what I do is I do the starter to match the opposite of what the transmission gearbox is. So, like for instance, this one, the block is going to be black, so we went and did the starter silver, complete opposite. What? Oh, we're forgetting things. We're just forgetting things, man. Gee. Alright, now since we're here, we may as well get rid of the outer tie rod. It just doesn't need to be there anymore. And now we'll do the inner. Good. Now we'll do the lower control arm. That's right. There we go. Now we get rid of this bushing. Actually, I noticed it's pretty dang low in here, considering there's no oil pan or nothing on it. Down there hugging that cross member. Alright. Outer tie rod. Inner tie rod. Sway bar and link B. Get rid of this. Good. Let's get rid of the sway bar itself. Let's get rid of the steering rack. The coil spring assembly with the front. The upper control arm. You are next after we spray this bolt and take it out. Good. Now we're going to remove the caliper. Good. Brake pads. Center cap. Rotor. Wheel bearing button. Wheel bearing. There we go. Now let's get rid of this wheel hub. Good. Backing plate. We can finally get rid of the lower control arm. Just like so. Steering knuckle C. And we can take out these two bigger bushings. Just like so. Let's get rid of the cross member. Good, good. It's all starting to take shape. And we've got our engine hoist over there. Come on now, come on down. Car lift B is where this goes. Well, since we're here, let's remove certain things. I guess the fenders don't come off. The hood does. Let's see, the rear window comes out. The rear bumper, that's got to go. We've got this body A glass for the rear. Now, these mirrors come off or they stay on? Oh, they come off too. Okay, that's good, good. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, in the last episode we went to the junkyard and that's when we found this car. If I'm not mistaken. And believe you me, it ain't because I'm not without vehicles. I got lots of them. I'm kind of glad we're doing this one. It's a timeless classic, we'll say. James Bond ran one of these. Alright, now let's yank this motor out of here. Good. Come on in here. Let's go down to the fuse box B. Here with the B relay and the C fuse. Take out the fuse box. And now I think we're done with that. Holy smokes, $2 grand to repair the body on that. Whew, she was toast. Yeah, just little guys, that's all it is. Alright, take that one off, put another one on. This one on the balance machine. And spin the wheel. Make sure it's all going to line out correctly. Good. Awesome. Put another one on there. Another one on here. Move over a little closer to it. Good. And the last one can go on there. And then the second last one can go on here. And now the last one goes on the balance machine. Good. Let's take this shock out of the way. Shock on, man. Alright, now we're going to put this motor in here. And at the same time, we're also going to be removing all the ucky parts. There we go. Now, we're going to start on the motor. The I6 Tadek Marek motor for the Aston Martin is what we're going to be working on. What do you mean I don't have these parts? Didn't I buy these parts? Did I not buy them parts, man? I thought I bought them. I know I got the piston rings. How come I ain't got no pistons, man? Well, doesn't that just suck? Alright, well, we'll get 6 of these. Now we'll have them. Perfect. It's just ditto motor. It's a long one, but a little one. Not very girthy. There we go. And now we're going to do the other rolled cap. And then, of course, this one right here. Good. And now this one. I must put this one on too, right? For poops and giggles. And the final one, I believe. Let me put the oil pan on. Yeah, buddy. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, that looks snazzy. Like I said, everything is going back to as much original as possible. You know, those performance parts, I got them lined up for something else. So, and don't worry about it. Look, even, no. I'm not used to buying these factory parts, man. I'm really not. Like, oh, no. See, I'm screwing up here. My mind is saying yes. My body's saying, no, not that one. This one. Good. Alright, now we got 2-barrel side draft carburetors. Personally, I think it's starting being lazy / tired because currently, right now, it is 1:40 a.m. She's a late one, Mr. Creator. There we go. Got all 3 deuces on. Oh, I didn't have to buy that. Oh. Gotcha, mate. No. Oh, I gotta learn to put these parts away. Do I even... Oops. Now, do I even have... Yeah, I did. I remember I bought them. Alright. We'll figure it out eventually. I just don't build stock engines too much anymore. Once you get the funding, it's just a matter of, you know, putting all this stuff together. Rotor. I'm getting frustrated with myself here. I know I didn't have any performance version of this. Not yet, anyway. This motor may get a little bit of performance to it later on down the road, but for right now, no, it's not. Alright, I put in the camshaft A, I6 TM. And I put in these camshaft cups, 4 per side. Starting to understand now why this motor always ran so good. She got a dual cam setup, man. What the is this? Huh. Okay. Okay. I don't have a clue what I'm looking at here. Or even what I'm trying to find. So we're going to go like boom. Round air filter. Oh, right. Oh. I gotcha. It's going to be all the way down here at the backside. All the way down. Right here. Oh, look at that. It's already chrome anyway. Perfect. We didn't screw it up that badly there, boss. Alright, I'm going to put these cam caps on. Really, really long bolts. Again, there's 4 per side. All right, we got 1 left. Perfect. Now we're going to put on the I6 cam gears. We got 2 of them. I'm going to put on the timing chain I6 TM. And I've got just a regular old cam gear here, just like so. We got the timing shoes. I got another timing shoe. Timing cover. That's a big cover, isn't it? Alright, now the head cover A. Oh yeah, that kind of resembles what I'm looking at here for the picture that I'm basing this motor off of. Oh, excuse me. Exhaust manifolds. The other exhaust manifold. Now we're going to put on the water pump. Cool. I6 crank pulley. You are next. Now the water pump pulley. And now the belt. And now the fan B. Fan B, fan by. Alright, I think we're basically done with this motor now. She's a big one. Cool. Let's head back over to here. Ooh, nice. I don't mind that color, to be honest. Alright, we are going to move this over to the paint shop. And now we're going to put in the interior first. The rear seat, the passenger, the driver's side, and now the big steering wheel. If I can get my grubby little paws on it here. Good. Now the body panels. And the mirrors. The hood. The windshield. The front chrome bumper. Oh, that's a livery for the car. I gotcha. And we're going to put on the license plate. And then door glass on this side, along with the mirror that goes on the front fender. Probably a real pain to drive with that. I don't know. Never driven one of these. Eventually I will. Just haven't got to that level in my life yet. Alright, now the driver's side tail light and the bumper. And now the glass for the driver's side. Door and body A. This thing should be at 100 now. Yeah. Alright. Right now we're going to go down and try to find our primer. Good. Good. We're going to hit it with the primer again. And we're not even going to be tinting the windows on this car. And that's the shocking part. Alright, now, I spy with my little eyes something that, ooh, I like that racing green, that's nice. That's the color of the car right there. So it's got that silver. I like that red. That red's nice. That's the silver we're going with, I think. It's this one. Yeah, that's the one right there. Ooh. The green racing stripe. White. Yellow. Good enough. Good, good, good. Number 68. Alright, now move this back over to car lift B. Now I'm just going to double check, make sure we don't have nothing over here. No, we do not. Perfection. Now let's start assembling it. Let's start with the fuel tank. We're going to take this one out. The wrong color. Let's try that one again. There we go. Fuel pump. Differential. Good. The solid axle control arm. Release spring plate. Hey, we got the right one this time. Remember in the last episode, the struggle life I was having? Oh my good lord. We was fighting and struggling and fighting, and it was just like, oh my gosh, will it ever end? There we go. Now the spring. Now the rear shock absorber cap. Good, good. Now the backing plate. Solid drive axle. The rotor. The pad. And the caliper. Now these wheels. We may end up painting the car before the video is done, but for the most part, that looks pretty damn good. I like it. Alright, let's put this rear muffler B, I6 TM. There's one for the other side as well. This is A, so you got A and B. Slide ourselves over here, stick on the solid axle control arm. Alright, we're going to stick the plate on it. And then, put the wrong one on. I already know right now I did. Tell by the color of it, it's not bright enough. See what I mean? Different shade completely altogether. There we go. Now we're going to stick on the other U-boot. Stick on the spring cap. The rear spring. And now the rear shock absorber cap. Good, good, good. Stick on the middle pipe. Got a couple of them here. Good. And we also got this pesky little shocker here. It always seems to be in the way. But we'll put that on too. Almost look like they're staggered. Might be my eyes. Like I said, it's, you know, almost 2 o'clock in the morning here, so. And this video will be out at some point in time today. Might set it for noon. Depending on when most of you people are online, that's when we'll set it for. Now the caliper. Now the wheel. Good. That's what I'm talking about, man. Looking real snazzy. Alright, I'm going to stick in the cross member, E. Now we're also going to stick in the bigger bushings to hold it in. Got a few of them here. And I've got 4 per cross member. Seems to be the norm. Good. Alright, we got one left right here. Perfect. Now let's stick on the sway bar here, sway bar B. Good. Now we're going to stick in the inner tie rod. Steering knuckle C. Outer tie rod. Upper control arm. Very nice. Maybe we'll put that on. You know, that looks good. Lower control arm. The front shock coil assembly. Perfect. That's what the doctor ordered. Now the sway bar B. End link, that is. Now we're going to put on the wheel hub for the front. Wheel hub bearing. Pad. It's a caliper. Now the wheel. Now, for anybody who's watching this, if you know Aston Martin, does this look pretty legit? Like, I know it'd be a little bit easier if I actually had my hands on the real parts from that era, so I could actually see what they look like, but this is basing it off of photos that I do not have access to other parts of the motor or suspension. I mean, you know how hard it is to find a picture of an Aston Martin of this era, anything? Whew. Everybody's all fascinated about the bodies of them. Good. Now we're going to swing this around. Now we put on the backing plate, the wheel hub, the wheel bearing, good, center cap, rotor, brake pad, caliper with caliper cylinder, good. Now we're going to stick on the last and final wheel. Yeah. Personally, I think this would want a little bit smaller and wider on the tires. Like narrower, or wider and not as tall. To lower the sidewall, say, from 85 to 75, but whatever. It works. It works, man. Let's put the hood. Get the engine hoist over here, the car lift B. I don't want to scratch the paint, but I have a feeling I would. Put in the brake master cylinder. And then the windshield washer fluid reservoir. The radiator C. The battery. And then we got this way down over yonder. The fuse box B. Stick in our two A relays. We got one B relay. Two C's. And more than usual fuses. Oh, excuse me. There we go. Now we're going to stick this fuse A in. I think one of these should be a B. Two C's, wow. Oh, there's our B right there. Alright, so I'm thinking of anything else besides the motor. Does not look like it. Good. Let's go grab that motor. Yank it off the engine stand. Oh, that's the wall. That's a concrete panel. Alright, let's put this motor in. Good. I mean, just look at that. Doesn't that look good? Almost looks authentic now, doesn't it? So the pictures I saw, there was a lot less room under the hood than what this thing's giving me. I don't know why, but I will take it. Love the oil fill spot. Oh, clean that up. Don't want to make it too much of a mess. There we go. Now we're going to fill the brake fluid. Oh heck, I may even put this out tonight, I'm not sure yet. I would make, what, 2 videos in the stream today? It's not bad. Nah, this will be going out tomorrow, probably around noon, 1 o'clock. Everybody's just starting to get their GTA 5 online weekly update videos out. Or playthroughs on it, whatever it is, I'm not sure what you would call them. I'm already going to be on to the next project. Windshield washer reservoir, coolant, engine oil, brake, and there's no power steering. Although if I had to guess, I'd say it's probably a light car. Well, 3,200 pounds is not that light. Alright, up and away we go. Now, there's going to be nothing extravagant at the, when we throw it on the dyno. That's just to make sure it all runs and drives and does what it's supposed to do. the drive shaft. And I know one of these pipes up here is an A and one of them is a B. They're both I6 TM. This would be section B. And then this one right here would be section A. And we are 100% complete. What's it worth? 144,000. Alright, let's bring it over to the alignment shop. Stand back and just bask in its everlasting glory. Good, good, good. Do the front left, rear left, right rear, and right front. Perfect. Good. Let's do the old headlights. Slide it to the right. We weren't done yet. We still... Okay, I guess we were done. Alright, now, like I said, this thing ain't going to be setting the world on fire. I mean, y'all watch me build it. There's no performance parts at all on this car. So, I mean, no custom gearbox, no tuning ECU, and definitely no carburetors installed. Now, if I did everything right, the 282 horsepower and the 288 torque should match each other with the measured power. So let's get into it, shall we? And like I was saying, there's going to be no difference. So, alright. Come on. Blows me off, Skippy. Good, good, good. So like I said, she is completely 100% bone stock. I'll run this over here to garage entrance 2. That's a pretty good picture. What do y'all think? And that's the thumbnail. Alright. But I think that's going to conclude this video. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Everybody who watches, hit that like button. Help the channel with the algorithm stuff that's going on through YouTube. Because ever since this last update, I've been getting like no views, man. None. And it's been kind of a rocky, you know, been a little bit rocky here going, what the heck is going on? But now, y'all are being awesome. Y'all are starting to find my stuff again, starting to watch my stuff again. And again, I'd like to thank you all very much from the bottom of my heart. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next episode. Bye, everyone.